Hi, Michael here with you for Cavaliers and Indians recaps as well as the upcoming schedule thanks to the NBA and MLB at-bat apps. The Cavaliers closed their 2018-19 campaign at home against the Hornets. Cleveland was able to keep the game within single digits, but Charlotte pulled away late in the third quarter and coasted to a 124-97 win. The visiting team shot 57.7% from the field. The Cavaliers were not too bad at almost 45%, but 14 turnovers set them back. Colin Sexton finished with 18 points and 10 assists. Cedi Osman and Jordan Clarkson scored 33 of Cleveland's 97 points. Checking Fox Sports Ohio's Twitter account, Channing Frye played his final NBA game. He finished with 10 points, going 3 of 6 from the floor and 2 free throws. Larry Nance Jr., like Sexton, recorded a double-double with 10 points and 12 rebounds. Brandon Knight and Marquise Chriss did not get the performances they were looking for shooting-wise. Looking at the Cavaliers' Twitter account as well as Radio.com's alert from 92.3 The Fan, the team and head coach Larry Drew parted ways. The NBA playoffs got underway Saturday. Going into the fourth night of postseason action, the East bracket shows that the Nets and 76ers are knotted up at one game apiece in their best-of-7 series. The Bucks lead the Pistons 1-0. The Celtics are one up on the Pacers, and the Magic surprised the Raptors in their first game. In the West, the Warriors and Clippers are even at 1, while the Rockets held home court against the Jazz in their initial game. The Trailblazers held off the Thunder Sunday, while the Spurs went to Denver and beat the Nuggets 101-96 on Saturday. The NBA Draft Lottery is usually held during the conference finals, so Cleveland has great interest in finding out if they will be able to get the first pick come June. Meanwhile, on the diamond, the Indians were in search of their fifth straight win this past Tuesday in Detroit. They got the perfect start when leadoff hitter Leonys Martin took Jordan Zimmerman to right field for his first home run of the season. The lead was wiped away in the bottom of the first after Niko Goodrum's base hit to right field plated Josh Harrison. Starter Corey Kluber was given another chance to pitch from ahead in the second inning as Brad Miller went deep to right two batters, following Tyler Naquin's double to make it 3-1 Cleveland. The score stayed that way until the fifth as the long ball once again aided the away team. Roberto Perez was the latest to do so. Then after Miller walked, he stole second and reached third thanks to a throwing error by Grayson Greiner. It helped set up a sacrifice fly by Eric Stamets. The Tigers did respond with an RBI double by Miguel Cabrera, allowing Nicholas Castellanos to make it 5-2. Kluber and the bullpen would not allow another run. The Indians were able to get some more separation as Jake Bauers homered off of Blaine Hardy in the sixth. Following another Miller hit, Stamets ended up scoring an inside-the-park home run as Mickey Matuk misplayed the ball in center field, and Cleveland would win 8-2. Kluber picked up his first win with 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. Dan Otero, Tyler Olson, and John Edwards each pitched an inning to get the Indians across the finish line. Zimmerman fell to 0-1. Wednesday, the Tigers got the jump in the proceedings as Goodrum went deep against Trevor Bauer to give Detroit a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Hanley Ramirez halved the deficit in the sixth with an RBI double to score Martin. Bauer could not get the shutdown inning in the bottom half of the frame because John Hicks got a solo home run. 4 batters later, Josh Harrison's base hit got Gordon Beckham home. The Indians got the bases loaded in the 8th, but their last chance ended when Greg Allen grounded into a force play at second base for the 3rd out. Bauer allowed 10 hits in more than 5 innings. Matthew Boyd picked up the win, and Shane Green earned his 8th save. In the rubber match Thursday afternoon, the Indians set things right. In the top of the first, they had a nice 2-out rally. Jake Bauers singled, then swiped second, allowed Carlos Santana to get an RBI hit and a 1-0 Cleveland lead. Leonys Martin took Spencer Turnbull deep for his second home run in the 3rd inning. An inning later, Martin drove home Kevin Plawecki for the 3rd run. The scoring was completed in the 7th as Santana got a base hit off of Drew Verhagen and Leonys stepped on the dish. Shane Bieber was able to take advantage of the run support, going 7 innings, only giving up 3 hits to record his first victory. Turnbull dropped to 0-2. Cleveland headed to Kansas City Friday, but were thoroughly outplayed in an 8-1 defeat. Adalberto Mondesi drove in the first run of the game with a triple. Alex Gordon was the next batter, and he knocked in his third home run of the young season against Carlos Carrasco. Lucas Duda added to the 3-0 lead with a productive out, as his sacrifice fly was enough for Jorge Soler to reach home from third. Two batters later, Chris Owings doubled to left field, scoring two, giving the Royals a 6-run first. Cleveland still showed some pride in the top of the second as Tyler Naquin hit the ball out of the park against Brad Keller, but unfortunately that would be the only run for the visiting team. The Indians did load the bases in the third and fifth innings with 2 outs, but in both occasions, Hanley Ramirez grounded into a force out at second base to end the frame. Kansas City were 8-1 winners. Keller struck out 10 to go to 2-1, and Carrasco had an evening to forget as he could not make it out of the first inning. He went to 1-2. The Cleveland bats were silenced as only Brad Miller was able to hit off of Royals pitcher Homer Bailey. Mondesi got Kansas City up 1-0 after his base hit to right field in the home half of the third. Ryan O'Hearn doubled the advantage with his second home run of 2019 an inning later. Whit Merrifield earned an RBI with his hit to left field in the bottom of the seventh to score Hunter Dozier. Jeffrey Rodriguez lasted 5 2/3 innings in the defeat, while Bailey went 7, and Wiley Peralta got his initial save of the year in a 3-0 Royals win. Sunday was much better from an offensive standpoint, but Cleveland would get swept by Kansas City over the weekend. Martin led off with a solo blast, then 4 batters later, Naquin was able to get Carlos Gonzalez and Santana across. Kluber could not make the lead stick in the bottom of the first as Lucas Duda tied the game with a home run. Then Merrifield made it 4-3 with a solo homer. Corey walked Duda and Owings in the third with the bases loaded both times, which hurt in the final margin. Thankfully, the fighting spirit was on display as Miller's hit plated Jake Bauers in the top of the fourth. Roberto Perez would cut the lead to 6-5 when Eric Stamets grounded into a double play. In the Royals' fifth inning, Cam Gallagher laid down a bunt against Tyler Olson, and Dozier gave Kansas City a 2-run lead. Soler hit his fourth home run off of Neil Ramirez next inning, making the Cleveland deficit 3. In the seventh, Hanley Ramirez drew a base on balls to score Martin from third. Bauers tied the game at 8 as Jose Ramirez and Carlos Santana were safe, but Greg Allen was tagged out at third during the sequence for the final out of the frame. Kansas City had the last at-bat, and Hunter Dozier, with nobody out in the bottom of the ninth, drove in Terrence Gore, and the Royals walked off with a 9-8 win. Kluber struggled, but the loss went to Brad Hand. Peralta improved to 1-1. After a tough series, the Indians were able to snatch a road victory Monday in Seattle 6-4, ending a 3-game skid. They got RBI singles from Hanley Ramirez and Jason Kipnis. 2 innings later was the bat of Jose Ramirez, who made it 3-0 Cleveland in the top of the third. Trevor Bauer made it into the 7th inning, and the only run he gave up was a hit by Domingo Santana in the 6th, which got Mitch Haniger home from second. The Indians took advantage of some Mariner unforced errors. Connor Sadek threw 2 wild pitches, the second of which plated Jose Ramirez. Then Greg Allen was hit by a pitch by Sean Armstrong with 3 runners aboard. Things would get stressful as home runs by Edwin Encarnacion and Omar Narvaez cut the Cleveland lead to 5-4 at Oliver Perez's expense. Carlos Santana provided an insurance run in the top of the ninth to score Carlos Gonzalez, and Brad Hand retired Dee Gordon, Malik Smith, and Mitch Haniger to end the game. Trevor Bauer got 8 strikeouts to go to 2-1, and Yusei Kikuchi got the loss. The Indians go back to work at 10 minutes past 10 o'clock Eastern Time against the Seattle Mariners. Shane Bieber is 1-0 with a 1.8 earned run average against 2-0 Mike Leake, who has a 4.15 ERA. Wednesday first pitch is at 6:40 with Carlos Carrasco and Eric Swanson on the hill. The Indians get Thursday off before returning home for a handful of interleague games. Friday at 7:10 will be the first of 3 against the Atlanta Braves. Saturday's game gets started just after 4 o'clock, and then ESPN will carry Sunday's fixture at 7:05. A 2-game series versus the Miami Marlins commences at 6:10 on Tuesday. Just a reminder that the NFL Draft draws closer And the Browns, as of now, are not scheduled to be on the clock until the second round as the 49th overall selection. Still, a week from Thursday will be interesting to see if Cleveland elects to try to move up. So there are plans for the North Texas Browns backers to meet up at Fox and Hound. The draft starts on Thursday, April 25th in primetime. And please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbalesta2blog.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at mjbalesta2, on Facebook at Michael Balesta, and on Instagram at mjbalesta2. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Balesta Roman numeral 2. If you could, I would love your feedback on the comments section, and if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much. May you have a great and blessed day, and thank you for watching. Take care.